Okay, so I was in the midst of doing a recording. You guys, for the record, it's the Church of Scientology who is hacking the American country. Period. Period. I had enough. They sold you out. They sold out the president. They sold out the Russians. They want to run. They believe in white supremacy, baby. They're pissed off that the number one topic of discussion is me and the Church of Scientology. And the fact that L. Ron Hubbard and Walt Disney and them knew about me, got in bed with them, telling them, don't do anything to her, she's your queen, only to find out America now is supposed to have a queen, and that queen is meant to be me, and Donald Trump wants to be king, and so they planted his ass in office. Now do you get it? And they use the ignorant blacks in the back of Scientology to do it. They don't even let y'all be aware of this shit. Stupid. They brought the Nation of Islam in to cover it. See what them dad Negroes did? But your mama and daddy was Scientologists before the Nation of Islam came over there looking stupid. Again. Financial literacy. Dummies with no money putting their money into Scientology. A full-blown cult I was born into because my biological father was a Scientologist. Now keep up with me. Scientology believes in clairvoyance, clairsentience, whatever you want to call it. Guess who got all them gifts and more? And I refuse to go aboard. I will sink the ship of Scientology and every relationship that goes with it. It all belongs to me anyway. As a child of Scientology, and having died and returned, and y'all can prove it, so can I am entitled to my 1 billion year bullshit ass contract, because I was a child being expunged, and my money, honey, run me my billion years of funding, which again makes me the queen of every fucking thing. And Scientology is a global community, so I am the queen. Is there anyone who wants to challenge me? Getting to the monarchies that exist. Run me my keys and my money, honey. I will get everyone back what is owed to them by way of reparations, by way of you having stolen their family legacies and put them in little museums and shit. I will get you for all of the times that you robbed the graves of ancestors before me. I know you got me all the way fucked up. Y'all wanted facts? You thought I was gonna be weak this Wednesday. How you feel about me now, you Nephilim nigger? You bent the knee to that bullshit, not me. Eat your consequences, baby. When did I become black? And black don't crack. Apparently, it refracts light like me all over your knee-bending asses. Now, as I said, thanks to the Church of Scientology, your humanitarian or lack thereof efforts to keep me silenced and beneath the feet of white men like these, I will stand on all of the degrees that come above theirs, because these are real, verifiable, and have nothing to do with affiliations with anybody but the Most High God and me. Baby, do not play with me. I am no cult leader. I am no influencer. I am not even a friend to your closest politician. I'm your queen. I'm Jesus. You missed me in plain motherfucking sight, and I wish you'd fight me on it. That's what you thought, right? When you woke up that night, that you were the king of all things, and I was to be your king. You were going to be crowned my king, and do me, like King James did his sister. You were the idiot. Remember, if you know the story, they marry Mary to an idiot. That idiot thinks that as long as I have a baby with her, I'll be able to be king. He was a king consort, which is pretty much king in name only. So the baby was the way that he was going to become a regent. Unfortunately, James took the baby and the crown. Not this time. Y'all can have my hand-me-downs, though. After I decide what I'm keeping for my queendom, I might give you a little something to eat. But I owe some homies in the way, way back who protected me when you didn't even believe none of this shit was happening. Them. Reparations. You see how this works? All the way up from slavery, baby. And I got everybody a little piece of reparations from the people you ran to for payment. Knee bending, weed smoking, drinking. Cavassier, was it? Whatever it wasn't me. Queens don't bend the knee. You see? We curtsy. We keep it cute. And I keep it godly. I ain't gonna lie about being churchly, baby. It's just who I am as a person. See? There are more men and women like me walking this earth than you would ever believe. They do so peacefully. They allow me to stand up and speak the truth on their behalf because no one has to afterwards. They can come and go freely, living happy lives, giving where they choose to, of their time, their money, any other resources, whatever they possess. Because in the end, they did that thing. They sowed a seed of victory in their own lives, and they're achieving it. That's why you're jealous of me. That's why there's envy. That's why there's gluttony. You want to punish me, the community, and the planet by doing nothing. And you're reaping the punishment of it. I was blind and bound, therefore I could not see. You have no excuses. You have access to modern television, you have access to the internet, you have access to books, you have access to everything. There are no excuses. There are no reasons, ladies and gentlemen. 'Tis the season of spring. Flowers bloom, we harvest things. We plant for the next season, though. Some fields, this time, will lay fallow and remain fallow. That means that some of the women you've been harvesting from, you will never harvest from again. Their lines will be born barren. They'll produce mostly men. Those men will produce mostly women, and eventually the bloodline will end. It's happening now. My stepfather and his nephews are pretty much the last surviving Perkins men. My cousin DeMario's already gone. Dante's Dante. And then my stepfather is over 70. His brother is, I think, a little bit younger than him, something like that. Their father, I think, is already gone. You understand? Their mother's deceased. Their sister's a demon. And the other one voted for Trump. Who doesn't think the bloodline should end? My younger sister stole my identity before I could have my second child, honey. Shit, I don't even think she was 20. The line of Paxtons who won't acknowledge their blackness, it'll die out. The rest of us will exist. Even the white Paxtons, as long as they recognize that we're all from the same bloodline, that's the wheat and the shaft of it, so to speak. We're all the same wheat, we're just different colors. We were born in different parts of the country, whatever it may be. So we just have different colors. But when we began to accept those colors as who we are as people, we lost our identities. And we became stuck. Some of us. Some of us were just locked. It's called locked-in syndrome. We were stuck in a space where we could not get out. Thus, we had to mentally disassociate to be free. That's why the caged bird sings. That's why Maya Angelou and Up From Slavery. You see? So in 10 minutes and 30 seconds, I've explained to you reparations, the need for it, how we're going to pay for it, who's responsible, and what we have to do to fix it. Can I get a witness? Amen to that part. You know the beautiful thing about this? There's no mysterious variables. You can look at each one of these things, find this information, plus what I had online before they blocked me. And ooh wee, honey. That's going to be maybe 20 to 30 minutes total. You're going to tell me you can't teach that in any classroom, anywhere? And say, okay, yeah, we should go ahead and start working on that. You say Italy owes how much? You say Japan owes how much? You say the GDP is what? You see how it becomes that then? That's it. Immediately, when you tell somebody, hey, listen, you owe reparations by way of this, this, and this, it will shore up economies, and our GDP will grow, as will yours, boom, out to the fucking races. But as long as you continue to depress the people whom you suppress and put into oppression, you will receive nothing but negative emissions throughout the galaxies and the globe for your entire existence. So as long as your bloodline exists, that's what it is, bitch. So you have to decide in real time. There's no choice. You can decide. You're on the right side of history or you are a Nazi. Neo or not, it's Nazism. It's white supremacy. It's your belief through eugenics that you are somehow better than any other person because of the color of your skin. That's persecution. That's slavery. America is meant to be the place you come for refuge from persecution. Now, America, you got domestic terrorists who can be identified and dealt with, including the United States president. What are you going to do about it? You are no longer bending the knee to tyranny. You are bending the knee to terrorists. I thought you never forget what terrorists did to you. I thought you never touched your boats. Donald Trump's got his hands all over your boats. And America ain't doing shit. Semper Fi, bitch.